Good morning, my wonderful friends. Magus with you. And today I want to share with you some techniques that I've used to build my intuition, to help my gift of hearing from God and speaking the truth to others. And this is going to help you. This is something that you can use today, and it will change your life. You will see that you can hear from Spirit, that you have that ability. Everybody can hear from Spirit. But first, before we get into it, I want to explain something. A stream cannot rise above its source. A good example of this is when I used to work on boats. I was a captain, and on one of the boats I was working on, it always had water in the bilge because there was holes in the bottom of the boat. And so I wanted to know, if there's a hole in the bottom of the boat, why doesn't it sink? And so I looked it up and found out that water doesn't rise above its own level, above the source. You know, like even with the ocean, the waves might pop up, but they go back to their level. And so as long as the water doesn't get too high in the boat, it's not going to sink. And it's the same with us. We will never rise above our highest idea, our highest principles. So we must always be reaching for the highest thought, the higher thoughts. And I'm going to show you a way to do this and what I do and how I've developed my gift. And I would go into my meditations and I would speak to Jesus and Zarathustra. So you might be thinking, well, how can I do that? So I'll give you my technique. I have a table, I have a picture of Jesus, I have a picture of Zarathustra, and I'll light one candle. And I go into my meditation, and then I'll put my hands out, and I'll wait till I can, in my mind's eye, see them sitting beside the table there on each side, and I visualize them. And then I see them put their hand in my hand, and then I'll ask a question. I'll ask Jesus a question. And it started with my identity, with my destiny. I would ask questions about who am I? What am I going to do? I would talk about things, troubles that have happened in my life and things that were maybe haunting me and bothering me and maybe I didn't feel forgiven for. And so I would ask him, am I forgiven for this? And then I would wait for the answer. And you know when you hear from Jesus, Jesus is all love. It's easy to tell if you're trying to answer the questions with your own mind. You'll recognize it. You'll know if people are always worried, what if an evil spirit tries to fool you? You will know if it's an evil spirit talking into your ear. It's obvious. Jesus is love. Good Spirit God is love, peace, joy, a loving parent. Maybe you've never had a loving parent, but you do. You have God, the all-good parent, the father, mother that loves you more than anything. You are everything to God. So you'll know when he's speaking to you because it will be words of love and encouragement. And he never condemns you. He might tell you need to work in some of these areas. You need to ask forgiveness in these areas. You need to go to this person and apologize, or you need to handle it this way. But he never condemns you. The evil spirit will try to condemn you and take you out, make you just feel worthless, make you want to run to more sin, drink more, do more drugs. You can tell the difference. And this is how you start to build that intimate relationship with God and hearing from him, and you'll start to grow so quickly. And my friends, you can do this, and I would ask you today, try that. Go into your meditation, sit there, and then sit across from Jesus and start asking him questions. Ask questions about your identity and your destiny. Ask him, who am I? What am I here to do? Can I really do that? And just hear and grow, and it's a beautiful thing. I'll do it a lot of times to put these messages together. I'm putting out sometimes up to 3-4 messages a day, and it's because I'm spending that intimate time with God and just getting that flow of information. And it's a beautiful thing too. And when you're in his presence, you get that peace and that security and that provision and that just a beautiful just atmosphere to be in. So my friends, I'm going to ask you to try that today, and just not only will you grow as a person, a good way to look at this think of a sculptor, and when they're sculpting in a piece of marble, they'll have a model. And so they look at the model and then they sculpt out what they want. That's what we do with our minds. With our thoughts, we create our world. With the vibrations we hold, we create our world. What are you looking at? If you're looking at the collective conscious idea of the world that's mixed, that's good sometimes, bad sometimes, love sometimes, hate sometimes, war sometimes, peace sometimes, you're looking at that. You're watching the news, you're watching their TV programs full of violence and fear. Then that's what you're creating in your world. You just have to change your gaze. Take your gaze inward to that divine spark, to that perfect pure mind of God. Put your gaze there. Let that be your model, and then watch the beautiful world you make. Guys, I love you so much. I'm so proud of you. We're growing. Every day there's new subscribers coming in, new people telling me they found a channel. They're finding good spirit and alignment with good. So please keep sharing this. You are making a difference, and I'm so proud of you. I love you guys all so much. See you next time.